Hi, everybody. Welcome to Inana. Here's a really cool conversation that's been coming up a little bit amongst the community. And so I thought I'd share this with you. And this is about intimate divinity or intimacy with the divine. So, um, yeah, this is in relationship to when desire becomes devotion. Desire becomes devotion. So there comes a moment on the spiritual path where what was once pulled outward, outside of ourselves, basing it on relationships and things, objects. So what happens is when we move onto the spiritual path, instead of being pulled outward, we start moving, as most of you know, inwards. So the outward expressions start dissolving. So it's not a loss, but it's sort of like a sacred reorientation. So many who walk the path of service and awakening and the soul's remembrance are experiencing, have always experienced, and of course these are the conversation that people are experiencing this profound shift in their relationship with other, sexuality, longing, and even the romantic urgency. So this is a really good chat for anyone who's thinking, I don't seem to be drawn into relationships and personal romance and intimacy the same way as maybe in the past. So this is not about a numbing or being broken. I experience it as an initiation. So there may or may not come a time for you when the diminishing of sexual drive is often divine recalibration. It's a refinement of energy, attention, and purpose. So for those devoted to spiritual service, this shift is calling for an intimate, deeper intimacy with the divine itself. So don't worry. Okay, so don't go, oh, what's happening? I'm losing my desire to be in relationship, or I'm giving up on relationships or how they should be, or this happens especially for those of you who may be watching this, and it's not all the time, and it's not always, right? This is just a good chat. So, intimate divinity is the remembrance that your deepest union is not with another person, not as an object, not as something outside of myself, but with the source that breathes you. It's the moment when your longing turns inward toward the beloved within. Your energy stops scattering and fragmenting. It begins to then gather, return, with fragmented parts and scattered parts of ourselves. Our energy, our spirit returns, and we begins to return to us as a power. And the heart becomes a sanctuary rather than a seeker, always going out there trying to get. So the heart becomes a sanctuary. So that's really beautiful, right? This becomes our temple, our own altar. The heart is the sanctuary. And then the body becomes a vessel, rather a vessel of presence, rather than a vessel or vehicle of pursuit, of getting. So this is when the soul starts maturing, and the transition from instinctual desire becomes sacred embodiment. So why sexual desire falls away? on the path of service. So drawing from discussions, my discussions with spirit, and backed up by some really great living discussions with advanced spiritual leaders, what's happening is the desire falls away because your energy is being preserved for your purpose. So sexual desire consumes an enormous life force, right? We all know that. And it's good, at no time is there any part of this saying that sexual energy is not good, because it's pretty cool, right? It's beautiful, very powerful, but it also can be veiled with, that need, the egoic aspect, the need, the attachment, the codependency. So because it consumes so much of our life force energy, but what happens is when it quietens down, then clarity starts rising. And so you're being freed from that distraction, because sexual energy can actually distract you from your spiritual development and your maturity. So the noise of longing dissolves so that we can start hearing, the voice for love, or the whisper of the divine, the whisper of God, whatever it is you call it. And so it's also because we're entering into a season of self-mastery. So the desire starts then to become a devotion. It's an impulse that becomes intention and devotion. So you're being prepared for higher forms of intimacy, and that's not transactional, not hormonal, but soul to soul presence, presence to presence, soul to soul. And you are being called into spiritual intimacy first. So before union with another, you're invited into union with the divine. So this is not imposed celibacy, but where celibacy is personally revealed and a flowering of in alignment is occurring. So for the ones no longer driven by this urgency, if you no longer feel that pull towards sex, relationships, or romantic pursuit, just know that you are not behind, you're not shutting down, you're not missing out, and you are being reclaimed by the divine that loves you, the beloved itself. So your desire is being purified into something vaster than physical longing. It's a desire for truth, for service, for presence, for the divine, for God. And this is the path of the mystic, the healer, the guide, and the one who walks between worlds. So intimate divinity invites you into a new kind of intimacy, intimacy without attachment, intimacy with your breath. This is Tantra, intimacy with your breath, intimacy with your purpose, intimacy with your own soul, intimacy with the divine that moves through all things. This is true Tantra. From this place, relationships, if they come, are no longer driven by the need and the urgency or codependency. They arise from this overflow and embodiment of pure love, of passion, and of pleasure that God is, that divinity is, that union, that sacred union is. So I wish you all a blessing. May your quietening desire reveal your deeper longing. May your energy that has been out there, may that return to your heart center. May your devotion, as I said, become your deeper longing and your deeper intimacy. May your body become a temple for presence. May you remember that the divine is your first beloved before all things. Put that first. Your highest desire is union with the divine. So you're not losing desire. You're being initiated into intimate divinity. So I hope you enjoyed that uh, expression, that explanation of divine intimacy. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you all soon at Inana or online. Blessings. Om Shanti.